Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this Monday's kvCORE webinar. I'm Ryan McDonough here with Metro Roberts Realty, and we are going to go over alerts today, behavior alerts, and property alerts. Ways to set up both and have them automatically go out to your leads. Today we're just going to go over ways you can manage those and kind of talk a little bit about the benefits to both. So real quick, we'll just kind of go through what exactly we'll be covering. First thing we'll go through is the property alerts, how you can customize those for each individual lead, and how kvCORE will automatically send those alerts out for those leads. Really good way to kind of nurture your buyer leads and send them properties as frequently or as infrequently as they might like. Then the second alert that we'll cover is the behavior alerts, which is those are automated messages that go out to contacts based on their activity. So kvCORE will kind of read some of their activity and send them canned messages from you to kind of, help you stay on top of people that seem to be really interested in doing some business with you, so that you don't have to necessarily be tracking it all the time. kvCORE will read that for you and say, oh, this person has been active on your website. We're going to reach out to them on your behalf. Okay, so without further ado, we will dive in. And as always, a thank you to those of you who have tuned in live here, and those of you who are watching this on a recorded basis. Thank you. And as always, if you have any questions, whether you're here live, drop a question in the chat, or if you're watching this on a recording, you can always shoot me an email, send me a text, give me a call if you have any questions about some of the stuff we're covering. So let's dive in. So you're going to go into your kvCORE platform, and you're going to go into your smart CRM. And this is right now I'm going to show you kind of how to customize search alerts for particular leads. So let's say you have a buyer and they are very interested in a particular property, and they want you to send them as many properties that are relevant to them as you possibly can. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here into alerts, and here's where you'll create your customized alert for this lead. So you'll click edit. As you can see here, there's no alert set up for this lead because kvCORE hasn't read any sort of details that they're interested in, but we'll get to that in a minute. But so this is going to be how you set up a alert for this lead. You go into edit. Let's say they're interested in a single family, and they might be interested in some of this stuff. They might not be. Say just reduce. They want to kind of get a bargain. You can add other options too to kind of refine your search. They definitely want a garage, and they're looking in the zip code 14220. Oops. Again, as always, make sure you're selecting them. You can also add an area. They might want a different area or something like that, but this is going to be, let's say they want 14221. They want 14221. So I'll kind of widen the search a little bit. They're specific on their bedrooms. They want at least 3 bedrooms, and they want 2 or more, or 2+ bathrooms. And this is going to be kind of the real specifics of it is the price range. So let's set a minimum of, just so that we kind of get properties that they really might be seriously interested in. Let's do 100,000 as the minimum, and we'll set a maximum of 189,000. As we said these are going to be just reduced properties with a garage. This seems like it could really possibly, it won't be too wide of a search, so these are probably going to send them properties that they are actually going to seriously consider. We won't put any sort of this stuff in really unless they're super interested. You can also select to have someone CC'd on this email. Maybe it's this person, John Murphy's wife, someone that shouldn't be copied on any of these correspondence that might be interested in the properties. You can also copy a lender on here too if you'd like to do that, an attorney, anyone like that. So this is where you'll put that in. And then you can also send them alerts for open houses as well. So you can turn that on. Oh, the frequency is going to be where you choose how frequently they get these properties. You can have them go to them instantly as soon as they come into the MLS and they fit all this criteria, daily, weekly, whatever. So you have someone that really is seriously hounding you. They really want a house. They really want something, and they want it sent right to them. You can have it go immediately. If they're kind of considering maybe a year or two out, monthly, twice a month, anything like that. So let's say we're going to send these daily. And what you do is you hit save and send, and the alert is ready to go. As you can see, there's already some results that are ready to go out to this person. And so they will be getting an email from them. And what you can do too is you can check these alerts, and in their activity feed as well, their timeline, you'll be able to see when they actually open and browse this property. So you'll actually be able to track and see which ones they're actually kind of looking at. And that'll kind of help you work with them a little bit too. They can say, hey, Mr. Murphy, I see that you're kind of looking at this type of home. I hope you're enjoying these alerts. If you want them more frequently, or if you want to change your search up, let me know, and I'll be happy to accommodate you. We can also add a second alert in case they're looking for a completely separate option. So that's how you set up your alerts. And as this one, you can see it's active, and this person will be getting these properties sent to them. And a really good way to kind of nurture your buyer leads. Now, another thing about these alerts is if this lead were to come into your CRM from like a property you've shared, a property you have boosted, if they came in through your website and they logged in and reviewing properties, kvCORE will automatically read the properties that they were looking at initially, and they will add them to their kind of their details on the properties that they are viewing. So they will automatically be added to the listing alerts as a buyer lead, as someone interested in buying with you. So that is another cool thing about kvCORE, is if someone were to opt in as a lead through through any sort of property or website share you've done, they will automatically have the criteria from that particular property, and they will be added as they will have search alerts activated, and they will start getting similar properties. Now you can always deactivate them. If this person really says, hey, it's not going to work out this year, I don't want you to send these to me anymore, you can just deactivate it. Or if they want to return it on, you can do that too, and you can always edit it as well. You might say, hey, I'm not finding anything in the 14221, take that off, and there you go. It's gone, and you update it, and there you are. So that is those are the property alerts. Very useful, very good for buyers, and they turn out pretty sharp. They've got when the emails come through, they've got the listing, and they've got all of your information down on the bottom there. So the next thing we'll go over, as I mentioned earlier, is we're going to go over behavior alerts. But what behavior alerts are is they will track the behavior of your contacts with their interaction within stuff under your website domain, and they will have messages sent to them on your behalf. So the way to access and manage your behavior alerts are in Marketing Autopilot. And over here, Behavior Automation. Now, we'll just read this together. Behavioral alerts. Behavior alerts are automatic communications sent to your contacts when they perform specific behaviors on your website. These alerts drive engagement and help keep you top of mind with your clients. We do not recommend changing the default settings on the behavior alerts. When a user performs the behavior identified in the table below, we send them the text message for that behavior. If they do not have a phone number, we send them the email. You can also be alerted to this user's behavior. You can turn on or off to send agent alert. Behavior alerts can be turned off for the individual clients in their profile page. So here are the behaviors. And you can, again, like I mentioned, you can turn them off for maybe your sphere doesn't want this stuff, and you only want it for your new leads, your prospects, your active leads, leads that are going to potentially be new business for you. But here's some of the behaviors. A lead revisits after 14 days, and they're going to be getting an email and a text from me. And you can kind of preview what that message will be. And it's one of the canned messages from kvCORE. This email would say, hello, hi, I'm glad that you were able to spend a bit of time on my website again. It looks like you were doing a few home searches. I'll research your area and set up some property alerts to keep you top of the market. Anything specific you're looking for. And then I'll throw in your name there. They'll also get a text, kind of the same thing. It looks like you're doing a few home searches. I'll research some property alerts and update you. Are there anything specific you're looking for? And if you might not like that. You might say, I don't really want that one to go out. I can turn, and then you just turn it off with these toggles here. But I would highly recommend these. Unless you're really kind of on kvCORE all the time, you're really not going to be tracking the activity from your leads all that much. So it's good to kind of have these alerts. kvCORE will read that if they're all over your site and they're looking if they're looking at stuff. It's really useful that kvCORE can reach out to them automatically on your behalf. It's very common to kind of let the weeks get away from us when we're doing all these deals and things like that. So it's really nice to have a way that kvCORE can kind of read these leads that are really interacting with you big time and seem to be pretty interested, and reach out to them on your behalf. Like things like this, they've viewed properties, they've favorited a property. Like this means they are really interested. They viewed 10 properties in the last week. They are looking to do business. So these behaviors are very useful. So make sure you go into your Marketing Autopilot and make sure these are turned on. A bit of a word to the wise: these are a little bit limited, as you can't edit these templates, but they do a pretty good job of kind of putting the words in your mouth for you, and then you can kind of go from there once your lead responds to you. Another thing is up here with this box up here. Behavior automations are actions we take based on the behavior of your contacts. These automations help you more effectively use the system. If turned on, we will alert you in your daily email when one of these actions has occurred. So what'll happen is, like, if a new lead or a prospect were to respond to one of your messages, they would automatically be made an active lead. So that shows like these people they're no longer like a potential lead or brand new. They are now active, and I am communicating with them and I'm doing business with them. A little hint the kvCORE had to kind of help you with this is to leave the active lead off option. So right here, you would not want to have stuff sent to active leads, because automatically the new lead and the prospects will become active leads if you have this setting turned on, if they were to respond to you. So that way, if active lead is turned on, they're not getting 2 messages from you, because kvCORE is reading them as fitting the criteria for multiple of these. So that's kind of word to the wise, maybe you want your sphere turned on, maybe you want all of these turned on. But if you're going to have new leads or prospects moved to active lead, you might want to have this turned off. And as I mentioned, you can manage your behavioral alert settings within your smart CRM. So if someone writes back and says, listen, I'm just looking around, I'm not really interested, you can turn them off within their profile. Now, one final thing on behavioral tracking is within your smart CRM, you can go in and filter based on behavior. So you can look at all of the leads that have saved a property within the last month. They've responded to text, emails, anything like that, and you can actually create these. We've gone over this in previous webinars, but this is another way you can see the exact leads that might be fitting some of those behavioral settings and might be getting some of your messages if they really are doing a lot of interaction on your site. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here with alerts. And kvCORE does a really nice job of making this easy for you, where they can do a lot of the work for you and create some pretty sharp looking and sounding messages, and they make life pretty easy for you. You don't really have to. You're encouraged to, but you don't have to be dialed in and locked into kvCORE all the time. You can kind of let the system operate for you and really nurture some of these new leads in many different ways. And it also does a really good job of helping you, as we went over. To kind of summarize, it's a really nice job of helping you touch your buyer leads with things that they might want, and it makes it really easy to kind of customize things that they might want. So yeah, that's a very this is it for our webinar today. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope that this was helpful for many of you, especially those who work with buyers quite a bit. I just continue to ask that you continue to keep sharing stuff from kvCORE, new listings, anything like that, and share them through kvCORE to kind of continue to build your CRM and kind of keep things all in one place and make life a lot easier for you. I've been really happy to see all the different agents that have been seeming to have a lot of success with kvCORE. So let's keep building. Again, contact me if you want any sort of meeting, and I think we're really starting to gain some traction here. So once again, thank you to all who tuned in live and in the recorded version, and let's all have an awesome week. Thank you.